there's an awakening in the labor movement in the United States, particularly the Irish Americans in the labor movement, which are really disproportionate to our part of the population of America. I think we're about 10% of the country, like 32 million Irish Americans or so. But the trade union movement has a really heavy density of Irish Americans, and we look at what our predecessors have accomplished. The McBride principles had a big push toward getting American politicians, President Clinton and others, involved in the pursuit of peace in Ireland, the Good Friday Agreement. And this new generation of Irish American trade union leaders is certainly looking for ways where we can contribute to sort of fulfill the mandate in the Proclamation of Ireland's exiled children in America. We take that seriously. Joe Biden is now the president of the United States, largely because of trade union support and the support of working people in America. He's spoken definitively in favor of a United Ireland. He's pro United Ireland, and also folks like Richie Neal, the congressman from Massachusetts, are in place and in touch with the trade union movement about what role we can play and what role America can play going forward.
I mean, you're from the union built by Mike Quill, who's from Kilgarvan in County Kerry, where my grandfather was born, and knew Mike Quill growing up. What do you think what do you see as and you mentioned Joe Biden, he is a United Irelander, I suppose, but he's also the president of the United States, and he has strategic interests, including with Britain. What do you think are the concrete steps that are needed now to push this conversation forward? And as Paddy said, to do it in a way that does not cause disharmony or a return to the past.
So from the perspective of the trade unions in America, as we just emerge from the physical and economic disaster of COVID-19, there's real serious political organizing to go on. And as I mentioned Joe Biden earlier, I never did mention the Secretary of Labor, Marty Walsh, from Boston. His parents, I believe, are from Galway. So political organizing on the part of the trade union movement to compel Congress, the Senate, and the President of the United States to use whatever influence they have, political, economic, every influence, to use the office of the presidency as a bully pulpit, if you will, in order to drive the agenda forward toward a United Ireland. And I went to Ireland the first time in the early 90s. I've been there many, many times, post Good Friday Agreement, on solidarity visits and whatnot, including with TWU. And you mentioned Quill before. The name of our union is the Transport Workers Union. There's no coincidence there. Other unions in America are referred to as transit unions or some other version of that. And Quill named the union directly after the Irish Transport and General Workers Union, which is now part of TWU. And you see the photo of Connolly behind me, and it's been mentioned, and it's there for a reason. Connolly's the father of industrial trade union organizing. Quill embraced that philosophy, came to America, formed the union in the New York City subway system, which had been impossible to organize before. Quill applied these principles and drove the union forward to the point where we are now today, 150,000 members. And these principles of trade union, industrial trade union organizing, we're going to drive this home in America. We're going to drive it home through political organizing in Washington, D.C., and in state capitals like Albany or state of Massachusetts and Illinois. Everywhere where there's a density of Irish population, we're going to use the influence that we have to drive the agenda forward.